My mother-in-law banned me from the family reunion cruise for my husband's birthday. A week later, I stood in the main dining hall while the captain introduced me as his VIP guest. I watched Diane's face collapse in real time, and I didn't look away. We'd been married 8 years. I cooked, hosted, smiled, and swallowed her little cuts. Then Diane called a family meeting to plan Trevor's 35th birthday cruise and locked eyes with me. "We need quality time as a blood family," she said. Everyone was invited: Trevor's siblings and their spouses, his dad, even an aunt he barely knew. I was the only one left out. Trevor did that soft, guilty shrug husbands do when they want peace. "It's only a week," he said. "She'll come around." She didn't. Years of trying never moved her an inch. The morning they left for Miami, Trevor kissed me at the door and promised a souvenir. I watched their car disappear, then went back inside and opened my laptop. I was a maritime lawyer, and for months I'd been working a major cruise liability case with the ship's captain, Rodriguez. We'd traded hundreds of emails. He trusted my work. The week before sailing, Captain Rodriguez invited me to join the same cruise as his legal consultant. All expenses paid, so I boarded at a different port and kept my mouth shut. I didn't come as family. I came as business. Night 1, the grand dining hall was packed. Diane sat front and center, already complaining about the wine. Trevor looked miserable beside her. Captain Rodriguez stepped up to the mic, smiling like he had a secret. Then the lights dimmed and the spotlight began to sweep. Next, it slid across their table and kept going. Then Rodriguez said, "Before dinner, I want to recognize our VIP legal consultant." Next, his hand lifted and pointed straight at me. Then chairs creaked as heads snapped around. Again, Trevor's jaw dropped like he forgot how to breathe. Next, Diane's smile cracked and fury flooded in. I waved and walked to the captain's section like I belonged there because I did. And yes, I was staying in the owner's suite Diane had demanded and been denied. Trevor rushed over, voice low. "How long have you known?" "About as long as your mom uninvited me," I said. He swallowed. "You could have told me. You could have fought for me," I said back. Before he could answer, a crew member asked me to come with her. Corporate wanted the captain immediately. In his quarters, 2 men in suits waited with tablets. One stepped forward. "Miss Martinez, we received a complaint alleging fraudulent access." I didn't have to guess who filed it. Diane claimed I was here to harass her family and that my presence was a conflict of interest because my husband was a passenger. She even accused me of stealing the suite from paying guests. Then she threatened to go public about security failures. Rodriguez tried to hold the line. "She's here because I invited her," he said. "Her work is saving us millions." Corporate didn't argue facts. They argued optics. "Decide by morning," they said. "Leave quietly at the next port or we open a full investigation." I found Trevor on deck and told him everything. His face went pale. "I'll talk to her," he said. I gave one short laugh. "You've had 8 years. Then I made it simple. If I leave this ship, you leave with me, right now." He stared out at the water, then whispered, "I can't. She's my mother." So I nodded once. "Then we're done." I went back to my suite and built a case like my career depended on it. Emails, timestamps, call logs, work product, witness names, 40 pages by dawn. When corporate knocked, I handed them a USB drive. "I'm staying," I said, "and if you remove me, I won't go quietly." They reviewed it fast. An hour later, corporate called. "Your documentation checks out. The complaint has been withdrawn." Of course it was. Trevor showed up at my door looking wrecked. "I told her if you left, I'd leave," he said. "I told her you're my family." I didn't soften. "That should have happened years ago," I said. We finished the cruise with him in a regular cabin, paying his own way, keeping his distance from Diane. His sister apologized. His father finally spoke up. Diane didn't transform, but she lost control, and she knew it. The best part wasn't the suite or the spotlight. It was realizing I never needed Diane's permission to belong. I needed my husband to act like my husband, and I needed myself to stop begging for a seat at a table I could walk away from.